Hi, Joq.
Hey.
I'm just practicing some moves. I want to learn how to Vogue.
Meow, meow. You want to learn how to Vogue? I got you.
Yes.
Let's slay. Ow.
Do you want to be a legend, a statement, a star? Today on Live and Queer. Welcome to Live and Queer, QCC's Queer Arts Show. I'm your host, Maya Chinchilla, and today I'll be joined with SF Vogue legend Jocquese Whitfield, who you might also know as Sir Joq. He's performed at big events like San Francisco Pride, been featured in Fresh Meat Festival, and teaches a popular Vogue and Tone class, and so much more. I'm so excited to talk with them today. And since today's show is about ballroom and Vogue, we're going to do something fun and have special guest judges rate our show. Stick around until the end to hear their scores. But you probably want to know who they are, so let me introduce you to them. The late, great Miss Amy Winehouse, Tejana legend, superstar, Selena. And here is Miss Danielle, our dear La Tiny, and the judgiest of them all, Skeletor. Judge Skeletor, I heard that the audience also is walking today. What's their category? The category is YouTube Realness. If you want to walk it, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to this channel. This is a beginner category for everyone to get their 10s. Well, you heard the judges. Do all the things and get your 10s across the board, period. All right then, with all that out of the way, let's bring on Jocquese Whitfield, everyone.
Hey, what's the 5, 6, 7, 8?
Welcome. I'm so excited to talk to you today.
Thanks for having me.
But first, let's take a look at some of your work.
Let's hit it.
My gums, talking my shit, I got runs, rolling my juice like I'm grunge, and that bitch in the bun, suck on my dick till it's numb, pockets is fat with the clumps, rappers is looking like lunch, I'm making a meal, real while I'm on, ooh, your hips okay, when I be leaving she tell me to stay, yeah, got a new loft in Harlem, no, Fergie ain't moved to LA, woo, Burberry on my collar, ooh, diamonds they sit in my face, woo, you don't want no problems, ooh, Frankie piece out of my blaze, oh, your hips okay, when I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Ooh, move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Ooh, move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Ooh, move your hips, okay. When I be leaving, she tell me to stay. Oh, all of you food, give me the eyes, singing the blues. Feeling like it's dripping juice. What's in my dude? This Jimmy Choo on my shoe. All of my niggas is mad. This is a fact. This ain't no cat. All of my niggas is bad. What's in my dad? They know we get to the bag. Move my hips, okay. Tell them to go, then I tell them to stay. Hey, baby, it's okay. I have been having one hell of a day. Oh, sail around all on my shades. Then I pull up in the cherry Mercedes. Strawberry shortcake hair. Chinese bank with my great. Oh, straight out of Queens, headed to Harlem now. Got the pink mink on and it's growling now. Already body playing James, we mobbing now. Cause these fake niggas trying to rob my style. Really be slow. Tell them I'm Billy the Goat. I'm getting that dough. My neck and wrist really glow. My motto bitch up in Vogue. All up in Vogue. Part of my Versace robe. Sticking my hair. Looks like I'm broke. Better not tip on your toes. They're gripping that 40 below. 40 below. Move your hips, okay. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Tell them to stay. Move your hips, okay. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Tell them to stay. Dance, little sister, what does it dance, little sister, what does it dance, little sister, what does it dance, dance, fit it dance, little sister, what does it dance, little sister, what's the did it what does it dance, dance, did it dance, did it dance, what, did it dance, what, did it dance, did it dance, what, what dance, what, did it dance, what,
Yes. Give it to me. I felt all of that. I was moving around in my seat and chair, wanted to get up and dance.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I felt that spirit. It brought me back.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, and then also, I mean, hello, leopard. I like a little leopard skin myself.
Meow,
Yeah.
meow.
Was there anything in particular that you that outfit, does it help you elevate to the next level?
Honestly, that outfit has been with me for a long time. I used to backup dance for my sister's Double Dutches, and
Yes.
we and my sis Saturn Rising, we were the backup dancers for them. And that outfit is Saturn's outfit for when we was on tour with them. And I have another leopard print, but like I love like a whole like little overall jumpsuit, bodysuit situation. And I was like, yes, it just made me meow meow. I just felt, you know.
Yes.
So it's been with me for a while.
Good. Because today I was trying to bring a little auntie leopard, cougar situation today for you. So.
And that's on Per. You look fabulous, fabulous, darling. Yes.
So tell me about making this video. I mean, the location obviously matters. The imagery. I mean, the music. What was that like?
It was everything. Like. It was during the pandemic. I mean, we're still going through it, period. But this was like during like Delta variant when that came out. And so like things were just shut down. And I was just like very sad because I wasn't being creative and like dancing and voguing and just being in creative spaces. That's what fuels me. So this video was, if I'm not mistaken, was for a show online because everyone was doing drag shows online. Shout out to Reparations. They were like, we need a video. And I was just like, I need to like do a video. And this is like during the height, still is, of like Black Lives Matter movement and Black Trans Lives Matter movement. And I was just fed up and I was just like, I felt very cunt, if I may say, but very Black Power, Black Panther. It was like Black Panther meets the cunt. So I was like, I wanted to feel my element, but then also have a statement and a message. And it's, it's my love letter to the city, it's my love letter to my community, but a love letter to myself, being Black and queer. And I was just like, I need to let this out. I need to just like dance it out. And being an SF native, like back in the day when we were like high school, teenage, we used to go to the Metreon and like, I was like, let's go to the Metreon and like make it happen. And it just felt really good. And then also we was right by the YBCA. Shout out to them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like that's where you saw all the murals that say like Black Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter.
Okay.
And like they've always showed me much love. So it was a love letter to them as well because I love them and they support me in everything I do. So that video really just brought me back. Like, yeah, it was like during some hard times, but it was like, how can we make this creative and beautiful, but still have a message?
Yeah, and that's how I feel. Like what I know about ballroom and Vogue and the life is just, with all the hardships we're going through, being able to be creative, express yourself, and just let it all out together. And so I really felt like you brought that,
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you.
And not only are you a Vogue dancer, but you're an instructor and a choreographer too. So can you tell us a little bit about, what Vogue is? Like some people may have never even been to a ball.
Well, first, Vogue, speaking for me, Vogue is life. It's the air that I breathe. It's a lifestyle. It's a journey. It's what you make of it, but the dance form is Vogue. A lot of people are always associated with Madonna. We'll get there, but not right now.
Yeah.
But it was a dance form actually created back in like the 1920s, like in Harlem, and that's ballroom culture. And it was very not what we see today. It was very showgirl Las Vegas. If you think of that, and it was created by Black and brown, trans, non-binary, queer folks of color. Like they created that and created their own world. Through all the drama and the racism, they were like, we need to have our own space. But ballroom, and that's 1920s, but then if you fast forward to like the 1960s, late 60s, Crystal LaBeija, she used to compete in the pageantry, and they wasn't showing her love because she was, a queer brown leader in our community,
Yeah, very
pioneer.
outspoken, right?
Yes, and she was very outspoken, and she was like, ain't nobody got time for this. So watch the queen. But she started ballroom. She wanted to create ballroom, and that's what we see today, where we have different categories, and it has elevated and evolved over the years. But the true pioneer for ballroom is Crystal LaBeija.
I would love to also pick your brain a little bit about kind of like what we've seen in pop culture. I mean, now we have a lot more. I mean, I used to, I've watched, Paris is Burning many, many, many times, but now we've got Legendary, Pose, and then of course the infamous Madonna and her Vogue. Can you tell us a little bit your feelings on some of these topics? Are they awesome? Are they appropriative? Mixed feelings? Go.
Well, let's get into it, baby. Let's start. I'm gonna start from Madonna. Let's get her out the way. No shade to Madonna. I just feel like first of all, she was not the first one to come out with Vogue. It's actually Malcolm McLaren, 1989, Deep in Vogue. Catch it, because the godfather of Vogue, Willie Ninja, is in that video.
Right.
How about that, Miss Madonna?
Yeah.
So if y'all look up Deep in Vogue, that's actually the first Vogue song that was like on pop like charts, and it's Malcolm McLaren, if I'm not mistaken. It's so beautiful. Came out in 1989, and then Vogue came out, and that's just my little thing. Is like they put Madonna on that pedestal for Vogue as if she like discovered it, and yes, she was hanging out at the clubs in New York and seeing this genre being displayed on the dance floor. But it's just like that's where the appropriation comes in for me. Just speaking for me.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, why did not Deep in Vogue didn't get the same success as Vogue? You know?
Yeah, what is that about?
And it was with a Black artist, with the people that came up and created this form of dance. I'm just confused. But that's another story. So I mean, but tens across the board for you, I guess. Madonna, do your thing. She made success of it. And there's dancers that have like, that she put on from that era, from that time that are, no longer with us. Some of them are not. May they rest in peace and slay in peace.
Yeah.
And then the ones that are here, they're like, where's like their success? Like, where's their,
Yeah, the
whoop-de-woo?
propers. Yeah.
Where's their grand prize? Where's their grand prize? So that's it kind of leaves a sticky taste in my mouth. But,
Do you feel like what we've been seeing more recently is a little bit more respectful or a little bit more like giving space to more folks and the real like founders and people who keep pushing the culture forward? I mean, we see it everywhere, whether or not we're noticing, like from the language to the movements to the fashion, like it's everywhere.
I'm like, honestly, I love, let's go into legendary. I love, like, I just love that it's authentically showing Vogue ballroom on a grand scale. Like, again, like back in the day when I was watching YouTube, like I was watching them YouTube clips, and I'm talking about those YouTube clips where they were recording and then they had to upload on the DVD. Some of the children will never know about this. They don't know. Y'all know about this 4K and HD, baby. We had 480 pixels, and you had to be like this. So But anywho, I love Legendary. Shout out to all the cast members and the participants. My cousin was on the show. Pack Rat. But it's a great show to show the world ballroom in this grand, like on this grand level. I also love Pose and had the honor to like meet Billy Porter and Dominique Jackson and some of the writers of the show. Like that was a beautiful like representation of ballroom in the 80s. It kind of gave me a sense of like what Paris is Burning would have been as a series. Okay. They kept it true to some things from Paris is Burning. If you watch Paris is Burning and then watch Legendary, you'll pick up on some of those things. But I just love the representation and how it was very inclusive, and like from the writers to the actors, I just thought it was beautiful, and it's something that I will always cherish. And also, if you want to watch about like the underground scene, like the Kiki scene in ballroom, there's a documentary called Kiki on Amazon that people can look up. And then if you have Vice, that publication, you can watch My House, which you might hear my voice in the background on some of the songs in the background of the show. So yeah, it's called My House. And a little plug there, little plug. Plug.
Do it. Give it to us.
But yeah, there's like a lot of like shows and documentaries that are coming out that are current and that are authentic to what's happening now in ballroom, because ballroom is forever elevating and evolving. And I encourage everyone to check out some of those shows and documentaries.
Okay. All right. Can you tell us, like, is there a special Vogue style that is specific to San Francisco? Like, do we have our own flavor out here?
I feel like every coast, every country, they have their own flavor, Honestly, it's learning about the 5 elements. If you're going to Vogue, the 5 elements, which are catwalk, hands, duck walk, spin/dips, and floor performance. Please, everyone, do not call it a death drop. Do not call it a death drop. Do not call it a death drop. It's simply a dip. Period.
Okay.
I just have to say that. Not a death drop.
We have been educated.
And it's learning those elements. And once you learn those elements, it's adding you into those elements and telling a story through your movements, through what you're giving, what the category is calling for, Like, everyone's going to Vogue differently from each other. That's the beauty of Vogue, just like any other genre or any other way of life. That's what brings the seasonings and the to the broth. So, like, you want to, like, be you, learn the technique. I always encourage people to in my classes to learn the technique, and then what are you feeling? What are you giving? Because what are you exuding out? And because that's what it really is. What are you giving? What type of energy are you putting into the world? What are the manifestations you're like trying to receive, you know? And it's like, you can see that through movement if it's authentic. So like I would say West Coast got a little, we have our swag. Most of us probably stoned. So, you know, we have that swag, you know, and like
keeping it chill.
Keeping it chill, but our musicality is sickening. I would say that. East Coast, I say their style is very like attack, but like it's that grit, that I love, like it's a different plateau. Obviously that's where it was created, but like New York gives something that I love, that like attack mode. Like I'm hungry for it. Let's win. Let's I love that. I haven't been to a ball down south yet, but from what I've seen, they got their own little southern flair to what they do. And then like if you go across seas, like in Paris, it's very different from how we do it out here. So it's just, it all depends on where you're at. Everyone has their flavor. And you know, that's the beauty of it. Like, let's add all the seasonings to the broth, because ain't nobody got time for no bland broth. Period.
Exactly. Give us the sauce.
I need the sauce. I need the extra seasonings and a little parsley and cilantro. Period.
Add it all together. Great. Yes. I love it. And so you know your history, you know your moves, you got all these inspirations. Can you tell us a little bit about teaching Vogue? I mean, sharing that with the children? Yeah,
like I said, I was in a hip hop dance troupe, and then I was teaching hip hop, and I even taught cheerleaders, and I was just like, I love it. I love doing hip hop, but everyone was doing that, and honestly, I wasn't out at that time. I was just, figuring life out like we're all doing still, and I just wasn't comfortable. But like I said, like going to college and like really learning about Vogue culture and ballroom and doing my research and, and reading about all these amazing choreographers and who were Black and political, because I really wanted to be a lawyer, fun fact. But I was like, let me switch it up and be a dancer. And I'm glad that I changed that decision. And honestly, making that change in my life allowed me to be strong. Like I always say, Vogue allowed me and helped me to come out, and that's the honest truth. Because I used to sneak out and go to ballrooms back in like San Francisco, Oakland, when I was like 15, 16. I was in high school and I used to see this. I'm like, oh my God, I'm around people that look like me, that are living their authentic life. Like, oh my God, like it was just a new like. And that was when I was in high school, then graduated college, and then I was just like, let me just be me. And Vogue literally helped me to do that. And I felt like it was a style that was like dying off during that time. I'm not saying how old I am. But,
okay.
But I just felt like it was my duty to keep the history alive, and that's why I was like, let me teach this in my hometown where I'm from, and then just having mentors who I worked with in like the dance world, they encouraged me to do so, and like me dancing for them when I was a teenager to now their colleague, like it's a beautiful like feeling. And I just feel like I hope I'm like doing Vogue justice, and the ancestors are proud of me. I just want to tell their story and keep them alive, and because that's what they've inspired pop culture, and it's like, why are we not talking about them? So like I feel like it's my duty as a queer Black individual dancer to like teach that and inspire the next generation so someone else can pass that along, because I feel like the baton has been passed to me, and eventually one day I get to pass the baton to someone else.
And absolutely, we use a lot of language and style and music from Black and brown queer culture, and so I think that's really important to, talk about. But also I wanted to, because you're not only born and raised in San Francisco, but so your parents were also from San Francisco, and you went to, I think you went to like St. Dominic's. Is that like a Catholic school?
Oh, hold on.
I was doing a little bit of research.
Oh, who's giving me all this information? Nah. Yeah, I'm SF native. Whoop whoop. Born and raised, still here. Period. But yeah, my mom and dad, they're also from San Francisco. And yes, I went to St. Dominic's. Shout out to St. Dominic's. I don't know if it's called St. Dominic's anymore, but the church is still called St. Dominic's. I don't know if the school is called. I think it's called like Megan something at St. Dominic's. I don't know. Okay. Anywho, that school changed my life. Oh, okay. I love that school. Like if I did not, we had this one specific class called music, rhythm and motion, excuse me, that's who I work for. Rhythm and music. And that was at St. Dominic's. And like, we used to like dance and sing. And like, that was like one of my favorite like times in school. Like, yeah, it was a private school, but it was super diverse and super cool. Everyone knew each other. Like the parents knew each other because the parents also went to the school. So like, it was just like one big family. And we were just like on the basketball team together, volleyball team together, playing double dutch, playing basketball, music, dance. And it was just like, it was lit. Thinking about it now, I was like, I had a lit little grade school year, like that was lit. But yeah, San Francisco to the day I die.
I love it. I'm so excited to see all of you and all of your iterations just flourishing and giving us all life. So I'm super appreciative of that. Is there anything else you want to add?
So I'm working on a lot of things, but I definitely recently just dropped this new track called You Wanna. It's available on all music platforms, your Apple, your Amazon, your Spotify, your Tidal, even on YouTube. Ow! And my sis, TT the artist, is featured on it, and it's a dance banger. It's a little ballroom-esque, Vogue-esque. Just it's a good song. I love it. And then I am the host for Queer First Friday, what happens every first Friday in Oakland.
Okay.
And then every first Sunday of the month, that's a daytime party from 3 to 8 at El Rio is Swagger Like Us. And that's in the city. That's my favorite party, period. Okay. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. And it's all love. Like, we're trying to bring that back, the best way we know how, and most of the time that's throwing a party.
Thank you so much for joining us, Joq. That was so amazing.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Jocquese has her Zoom teaching their popular Vogue and Tone classes in person at ODC and hosts monthly parties like Queer First Fridays and Swagger Like Us. He also has some performances coming up, so follow them on Instagram at SirJoQ. And the links will all be in the description. That's right.
Yes.
Before we close, the moment you've all been waiting for, our scores for the show. Judges? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. We have 10s across the board for the interview with Jocquese. Yes. And also, those of you out there listening and watching, tell us what your scores are for this show in the comments. And while you're there, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And maybe one day our show will too become legendary. Okay, that's our show for today. So we're going to maybe Vogue on out of here. See you next time.